Hello and welcome to Nutrition in 5 Minutes. I'm your host Anita, and I'll be guiding you and my friend Lukasz through important nutrition topics. Today, we'll be talking about LDL cholesterol as a biomarker. Before we begin, please pause to take a look at this medical advice disclaimer. Ready to get started on our topic, Lukasz?
Let's do it.
In 2015, a biomarker working group formed by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and National Institute of Health defined and categorized biomarkers. One category, called susceptibility/risk, is closely related to disease prevention, so we'll focus on this type. A question for you in the audience. Do you know your cholesterol numbers?
Do I fail if I say no?
Yes, you do. Here's the door. Kidding. I ask because it's common for many, especially younger people, to not know their numbers. Now we'll dive into cholesterol, why it's important to track, and how it can be improved. Cholesterol is a type of lipid and therefore insoluble in water, which means it needs help traveling through our blood. Lipoproteins, including high-density lipoprotein, or HDL, and low-density lipoprotein, or LDL, act as cholesterol transporters. HDL is seen as good cholesterol, as it takes cholesterol back to the liver, where it can eventually be flushed from the body. LDL is seen as bad cholesterol, as high levels can increase your risk for certain diseases.
So the lower the better for LDL cholesterol?
Essentially, yes. In the United States, what's considered high cholesterol is common, as seen in the graph below.
I've heard someone talk about triglycerides. Are they the same thing?
Triglycerides are also lipids that are present in our blood, getting their name by having 3 fatty acids attached to a glycerol molecule. Like LDL cholesterol, or LDL-C, too much can be a bad thing. Since triglycerides are similar in terms of risk factors and mitigation, we'll stick to LDL-C for this video. Cholesterol is often shown as milligrams per deciliter or millimoles per liter. We'll be using milligrams per deciliter. Here's a table for the different ranges.
So as long as my LDL-C stays below 130, I'm good?
Some guidelines set less than 130 as the target for most individuals, while others set it at 100. There's substantial data suggesting you can reduce your disease risk by going below 100, even for healthy individuals.
Which diseases are we talking about?
LDL-C has been causally linked to cardiovascular diseases, including coronary heart disease and stroke, the United States #1 and #5 killer, respectively. As one example, these graphs were taken from a study of about 36,000 people over a 27-year period, tracking their cardiovascular disease, or CVD, and coronary heart disease, or CHD, incidence per 1,000 patient years. We can see that having an LDL-C of below 100 provides a major decrease in risk as compared to even the 100 to 129 group.
I heard that high LDL cholesterol is correlated with plaque formation in our blood vessels. Could this be a contributing factor?
Definitely. There's also data linking high LDL-C to other diseases, but its link with cardiovascular diseases is enough to keep an eye on it.
Now that it's on my radar, how do I control it?
A number of factors are known to increase LDL-C, such as trans fat, saturated fat, and dietary cholesterol. We touched on which foods are high in trans and saturated fat in our genetics versus lifestyle and chronic disease risk video. Dietary cholesterol can only be found in meat, including poultry and fish, dairy, and eggs. Your body makes all the cholesterol it needs, so we don't need to eat it to have enough.
I have a feeling mine will be high when I get it checked out. Are there any other ways to lower it?
Another way is to increase your soluble fiber intake. Bile acids in your gut are made from cholesterol and circulate between your intestines and liver. This is called enterohepatic circulation. Fiber binds to these bile acids, increasing their excretion, thus reducing cholesterol in the body. Many unprocessed beans, nuts, seeds, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables are high in soluble fiber.
Couldn't I just take drugs and call it a day?
Some drugs, such as statins, can help lower your LDL-C but can have side effects. Also, some data puts into question the long-term benefit of these drugs. Reducing weight if you are overweight, increasing physical activity, controlling high blood pressure, and quitting smoking are other lifestyle changes that can also help.
Do genetics play a role?
There are certain genetic factors that can make your cholesterol very high or low. For example, familial hypercholesterolemia is a genetic disorder that causes high cholesterol but only affects about 1 in 300 people. If your LDL-C is above 190 or total cholesterol is above 310, you may want to get tested for this condition. In the end, maintaining a healthy LDL cholesterol level through nutrition and lifestyle can significantly reduce your chances of getting many major chronic diseases. I hope to see you all in our next Nutrition in 5 Minutes.